Take 5. Here we go. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
X-Files tonight, huh?
Absolutely. Everybody can wait for it.
Ooh. The big return. Oh, it's cutting. Hold on.
I go to show you. The X-Files can return. Rambo can still return, man.
Yes. I agree. Another thing about Blood I just wanted to throw in there really quick
Oh, sure.
was I'm gonna try and talk to Mr. Stack and try to get him in a voiceover role.
Oh, as who? As who?
I haven't decided. Probably one of the Baker team members.
And like I said, I had this that idea of maybe Jack Reacher's father was part of the Baker team, but he was sent home before, so he wasn't killed with the other members.
Okay, yeah.
Had that like there was an actual connection between Rambo and Reacher before they met up in Better Than One.
That's a nice hook, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is a nice hook. So, supporting Rambo.
Yeah, baby.
Oh. I have my Chicago shirt on tonight.
Looking good, man.
Smashing Pumpkins. Smashing Pumpkins hat. Yeah, supporting Rambo. I'd like to bring a conspiracy theorist in. And maybe a hacker.
Okay.
So we could have like one hacking guy kind of anticipating the Murdochs. And we could have like a full-blown conspiracy theorist guy. Just like a crazy tinfoil hat conspiracist. I think it would bring a nice blend to it, you know?
What kind of conspiracies does he have? Because Max is kind of like he's the psychic, but he's also the most popular conspiracy theorist. But we can add another one. What kind of conspiracy?
We can have like one like as his understudy, you know, like as his apprentice maybe or something.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Just try to make everyone as equally different in personality as we can.
Yeah, we can bring up the stuff going on in Hollywood today, but since Max is a psychic, we can mention some people like we can mention Creed, we can mention the shitty the upcoming Ghostbusters reboot, which I'm scared for, and we can bring up a lot of stuff going on today that we can touch on back then, because this takes place in 2008.
You know what we should have? We should have a moment where, because it takes place in 2008, where Max is foretelling these things that are to come in the future.
We're telling you, and what do you mean by that?
Like, he could be talking to the group, having a meeting with the group, and he's like, the things I've seen for this future, you know, the video post-apocalyptic future, you know, you would never believe the things I've seen, an all-female Ghostbusters reboot, or, you know, almost like having them have nightmares about female Ghostbusters and we could go anywhere with that.
Of course, we gotta bring up the whole Miley Cyrus thing because when Rambo 4 was because think about it. Okay, Rambo 2, Rambo was number 2 at the box office, right?
Yeah.
It was beaten by Meet the Spartans, but through the week it went up to number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Until all of a sudden, Hannah Montana beat Rambo down to the. It's very important that we connect that with Hannah Montana to the way Miley Cyrus is now.
Yeah, we could have Max saying something like, having a premonition of the music video awards. We could have him make a Beetlejuice reference about Alan Thicke's costume, and Miley Cyrus is twerking.
I love it. I love that.
The foam finger. It'll be like the giant hand.
I love it.
The hand of media doom.
I like that. I like that. I love that.
We can do a lot of stuff with that.
Yeah, I was also adding the bullshit going on with too much political correctness. How people are too sensitive about when they have a show these days about an anti-hero like a renegade cop or anything like that. Because me and John did a video about the renegade cop, and some people didn't mention Rambo, how he's like an anti-hero, vigilante anti-hero. And we can touch on that too much political correctness because I want this movie to be a statement about the bullshit going on today, not just with movies, but too much political correctness, especially in Hollywood and in general.
Yeah,
because people are too sensitive nowadays.
Yes, they are.
Too pussified.
Yes.
Yeah, pussified. Did you see that video that me and John did about what happened to the renegade cop?
No, send me that video.
Okay.
I've been behind in my videos, man. I've been trying to watch people's videos, and I just been behind. Like, I wasn't even home for a week. I was gone for a week, helping Cornell. So.
Yeah, like I was saying, we can have Mickey in the movie. We can have, like I said, Stephen Chang in the movie because because he plays his character how he does those trips, those tours. Yeah. Those tours, and we can put him in a funny situation while he's doing the tour. A young kid keeps bashing Rambo, and then he does he curses out in Chinese.
Yeah, he can do his monologue from First Blood. You're such a... What up?
But make it more funny. You should tell him about that. Yeah, definitely. Did you tell him about the ideas I have for supporting Rambo so far?
Yeah, he likes all this stuff. The only problem with Steven is it comes down to he's doing so many things. But I know that if we book him, I know he will come.
Oh. Yeah, because I would love to have him in the movie, definitely.
He wants me to go down there in April to do like a Bigfoot project with him.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to do that maybe in April.
Yeah, but I still want to do that Mossman sometime. Maybe not this year, but sometime next year. Like I said, I have some projects I want to do for the winter. I want to do that short fan film I have for the Thing in my head, and and in the spring I want to do that Beverly Hills Cop fan film, and the summer I really want to finish up that Dirty Harry fan film. And if you have a chance to do Blood around that time, I would love to do that.
Oh, that'd be
Dirty
great.
Harry at the same time this summer.
That'd be great.
Yes.
That'd be definitely awesome. I know the first few scenes that involve you in Blood are mainly like POV shots, but are like Saigon bar flashback.
Yeah.
So if there's a way that maybe you can set up your basement, like a little tiny corner of your basement to kind of look like a bar, maybe have you sitting at one side of the table and just put the camera on the other side of the table to kind of look like someone's looking at you. We can do something with that. So I would love to have a scene where Barry is talking to Rambo about you know, because Rambo's fiance at home has moved on without him, about just giving in, you know, and just letting it go, and to go off with the woman of the night, so to speak, in the Saigon bar.
Exactly.
That's a beautiful scene.
That'll be interesting because Barry kind of becomes like Rambo's mentor, because Rambo wasn't always that tough like we know him for. Because because after reading the Rambo Year One book, they made Barry like he was the main character. So when Rambo comes to join the team, it's like Barry is Rambo at this point, and he talks to Rambo about how tough it is. Barry is kind of more of a macho guy. He's more tough because he's a big guy. You know, he's really tough, and then he kind of schools Rambo about what's going on and stuff, that you got to keep your head together and stuff like that. And then when Barry dies or disappears, that's when Rambo becomes the person that he is, because of Barry.
And also, spoiler alert for Blood. And people who don't know, Blood is a Rambo fan prequel that we're working on, and Blood: The Ghosts of War. And anyone can come along with us and work on this for free. But Barry, in this script, the script is 3 different scripts, because it's a big movie. It's like a 9-hour movie. But ours, the one that we're filming, is the third act, the final act. And Rambo is Rambo, like how we know Rambo, from the beginning to the end. But Rambo is kind of schizophrenic. But Barry is like Rambo's heart, if I can say. Barry is very much Rambo's heart. Barry is like the heart of the film, in a lot of ways. Barry is the one that gets him through those 6 months of torture. And it's not just torture like torture, but it's also psychological torture. It's also Rambo lost in his own mind, schizophrenic nightmares, constantly reliving what has happened to him, you know?
I like that. I love that.
Barry has a very, very big part. I would say one of the biggest parts.
It's like with Creed, you know, like you know, but it's something like Creed, like Barry is like the mentor, and he's like Barry. He's a secondary character, but he's the most important.
We're gonna do a little nod to Year One too.
I like that.
There's, you know, like in Year One, there's the famous castration scene in the beginning of Year One with Barry, and we're gonna make that like a running joke between Rambo and Barry. Like, you've never seen anything until you've heard a castration or have seen someone at their weakest point, most intimate death.